Oh, welcome, dear traveler. Come, sit by my fire. Warm your bones. Let this ancient storyteller do what he does best. Tonight's story is one of regrets, remorse, and loss. Have you ever lost someone dear to you, my listener? Lost someone that you could have saved? Tonight's story is about that. This is Rain by I Write Ponies. Enjoy.
The rain, the gentle pitter-patter of liquid dripping drop by drop into puddles, fills the air, a cacophony of static sound that drowns out everything around you. You don't know when it started raining, not that you cared. After all, if it was not raining in the outside world, it would still be raining in your heart. How foolish you were, thinking that you could stop her. Stop her from being her. Stop her from being free. Stop her. To save her life. The barrage of water drops soaked your mane and fur, though it honestly felt like it soaked much deeper. Deeper than muscle. Deeper than bone. Your very spirit was dampened to such an extent. You felt that if you were a towel or a blanket, you could wring it for days and yet not squeeze out all of the moisture that now caused your once warm heart to go numb with cold. She was your best friend, and she knew it. Sure, she'd push the boundaries of your practiced patience, and often stir you to anger almost as fast as a sonic rain boom. But still, she was always there for you, hanging around, playing pranks, and telling stupid jokes that elicited undignified laughter from your lips. Rain. You couldn't help but see the irony of it all. In a morbid sense of humor, you smiled as the tears fall from heaven in forms of drops, splashing upon the ground of the freshly dug grave. You remembered that day. The day when you told her no. She had been excited that she could pull off a stunt that was so incredible. She swore that she'd be making equestrian history. Her name would live on in legend. The look on her face was one of a pony who could taste victory of the ultimate prize. Someone had to stand up and tell her it was just too dangerous. Some pony had to put her hoof down. So you did. Fat lot of good that did. As you stood there, rain pouring down from your face, you blinked the water out of your eyes. That's all it was. Water in your eyes. Water from your home, clouds. You weren't crying. That wasn't you. Honest, faithful, trustworthy. Those were you. Emotional wasn't. You didn't cry. At least not on the outside. Any tears you had dried long ago. You had to carry the weight of not just one pony, but of a small family. You just barely earned your cutie mark. You bowed your head in the rain, its constant drizzle leaking down your face like a broken water faucet. You never had time to fix. You remember how you got your cutie mark, and who you had to thank for it. You two were connected on a level that seemed to transcend everything you understood about friendship. Even the term best friend seemed watered down when you thought about how close you were. Watered down. The creators above were real poets, or just sick ponies to give rain at this time. Actually, it was just a scheduled rainstorm the Pegasus put up. But how it had to rain right now, where you were at, mimicking the sorrow of your heart. There it was again. Water, Pegasi, clouds, rain. The cruel joke wasn't lost upon you as you let out a little chuckle. She would have thought this was funny. You stormed off when she told you, in no uncertain terms, that she was going to perform her most magnificent trick, her magnum opus. Indeed, she made flying into her own unique art, as if the sky was a blank canvas, the clouds her paint, and she herself was the brush. She had perfected her strokes, and now she was ready to paint her most incredible work for all the world in such a way that even the deity of day and night had to acknowledge her, not as its subject, but as equals, or so she claimed. In your heart, you knew she was nothing more than an overconfident braggart, but that was just another reason why you liked her, why she was your friend. Someone had to keep her in line, and your honesty was that. The rain seemed to soften against your back as your mind was carried off with the memory of it all. You didn't even have a chance to speak to her again. You didn't bother going to the show. Remorse fills your mouth with that bitter taste that only agonizing regret can give you as you think back. You should have been there. It might have made all the difference. You could have somehow talked her out of it. Thought you know in your aching heart that she'd never listen. She never did. Not until she learned her lesson. This time there was no lesson to learn. The cold wetness of the rain seemed to chill even more against your body as you recalled the heart-stopping moment when you heard the knock on the door and knew. You did not need Captain Spitfire and Soren there, carrying nothing but her goggles and grim looks of anguish. You did not need to hear them stumble through an account of how the stunt went wrong. You did not need to see your sister break down and weep while the two Wonderbolts stood awkwardly still. You knew. You knew from the moment that you walked away from that fight that it was the last time you'd see her again. The gentle water forced you to the ground as your heart crumbled, as you replayed the funeral in your mind. Even though you were there, even though you spoke and told of how brash and how courageous your friend was. No, your best friend was. You cannot remember a single word spoken. Faces weeping openly, sure. No words. No words or sounds or anything other than grief-filled faces. Your memory was blank. And so you stood there. Long after the last pony gave their final respect, you stood still. That was hours ago. It had been raining for hours, mimicking the very feelings of your soul. And so you stayed, feeling water pour down your cheeks. As you lie there, the cold starts to give way to new sensations that stir from your pain-filled reverie. You feel the warmth of the sun rays upon your back, the slow seeping feeling causing you to lift your head, to see blessed sun smiling down, as if to remind you that your life did not end here, just hers. You blinked. The clouds cleared, and yet of still water dripping down your face. With an anguished howl, you cry for your best friend. The end. Hey guys, it's Forgotten Dreams. Quick little update, because, it's been like almost 2 months since I've uploaded anything. I'm not dead, first off. I just don't have very many opportunities to actually record these days. I think I've mentioned this in previous update videos, but just in case. My sister and her family are living with me right now, so it's really, really noisy, and I don't want to put out poor quality content. So, I can only really record at night, which means I can't really, get loud anyways. But, I had an opportunity to record today, so I recorded. Got this story out and edited for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you enjoyed it, or if there's anything that you didn't like about it. Leave a comment down in the comment section below so I can improve. I've also recently got a new computer and new software programs and whatnot, so I'm experimenting with those. But expect better quality, visual quality from me for now. I'm going to try and do some things differently. It might take me a bit longer, so even when my sister eventually moves out, I might not be doing the whole, like 3 to 4 stories a month. It might only be like 2, because I'm going to be trying my best to, to get better quality content out, which means artwork, the intro, possibly an outro. I'm figuring that part out. Artwork, voice actors, better sound effects, editing, and layers and whatnot. So, yeah. Also, we are currently at 420 subscribers. First off, thank you guys. You are all amazing. Every last one of you. I have something planned for 500, and I would really... I want to try and get to 500 before the end of this month. With the amount of subscribers I'm getting from the KOF 2, that's actually very possible. But, I don't want to be pulling subs from just one story. I want to do stories that everyone enjoys. So, if you guys have suggestions for stories that haven't yet been read, or, something that I might be able to put my own unique spin on, just leave it down in the comment section below. MWK, I know what you're already going to say. Those stories have been done to death, my friend. I'm sorry, I'm not doing all of those. But, yeah, quick little update video, and I don't want this to run any longer, so until later, guys, sweet dreams.